All right. So, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we're going to be diving into Reaktor sound design once again. And today's stream is going to be about us designing a generative sound machine. So, we're going to make a generative melody machine. What's up, everyone? Welcome to all the producers and sound designers. Welcome to the stream. And we'll be building a generative melody machine using Reaktor blocks. And this setup it'll create a self-playing, evolving, melodic machine. This is perfect for ambient, cinematic, or experimental music. And stick around because by the end of this, you'll have your own unique melody generator. So let's jump right in. First, I'm going to start off by opening up our version of Reaktor, which is our sound design tool of choice. And when you open it up, you're going to see three different sections. One is the play section. One is the patch section where you can patch things together. We have blocks. And this first one is instruments that are inbuilt in Reaktor. And third, you have the build section where you can build synths, samplers, effects, and so on. And this allows us the most flexibility. So this is like our workspace and allows us to build. So when you open that up, you're going to open up the player section. And you can see there's a whole bunch of categories here. We're interested in going into the blocks collection, block space collection, and the blocks collection in particular, because that's what we're going to use to build out our synthesizers and modular components. So bento box is just a word that Reaktor uses to stand for basic components that you need to build out a synth. So that's just their version of saying, hey, these are the basic components that you need to build out a synth or modular rack. So use these. Or you can build your own. And that's for another topic. That's called primary building at the primary level, where we would literally build these components from scratch ourselves and then connect them up. So that's a deeper layer into hooking things up and wiring them up. So the first things we're going to need for this, we're going to need a 8-step sequencer. So I'm going to bring in an 8-step sequencer right here. We're also going to need a note in to collect MIDI information from our keyboard. As you see, when I hit a key on my keyboard underneath me, this light here lights up nice and red. And we're also going to need a clock so that it runs on its own. So we're going to bring in a clock here so that we can make it run on its own. Now we need to start something going. I'm going to also bring in a quantizer so that it will play in step values and in a key more efficiently. So let's bring in a quantizer, and then we can adjust the scale to what we want it to be, whether that be major, minor, pentatonic, or any other scale that we see fit to use. So let's add an oscillator. That's going to be your sound generator, and that's going to help us generate sound. So I'm going to take the oscillator and I'm going to change it from, actually we'll leave it as a sine wave so we have a smooth tone. You can experiment with a saw wave or a square wave. Saw wave looks like this. A square wave looks like this, or a pulse wave. And you can experiment with those two to keep the melody evolving. We're also going to add one more thing. I'm going to add in an LFO, and that's going to be allow for pitch, for me to modulate the pitch over time. And we would connect the LFO straight to the modulation source of the oscillator. I'm just going to connect this up now so that we have some sound coming in. And gate connections. I'm also going to add an envelope and an amp so that we have the sound that is controlled when it comes out of our blocks. So be careful here. Make sure you turn your volume down. Make sure that your protecting your ears, because these are uncontrolled signals and they will cause potential damage to your ears if you're not careful and you allow the meters to go into the red before you control the signal. So always just at the top right corner here, make sure your level's at a low setting. Don't keep it all the way up here because some are very uncontrolled signals and they will go into the red. You'll see that they clip. So bring it down. And then you want to hook up your gate connection to your oscillator. That's also going to be connected to a modulation source. And actually, that's not going to be our oscillator. It's going to be our amp. And then you're going to rename this amp. It's for this ADSR control. It's for the amp, so we're going to rename it to amp ADSR, and we'll set that aside. You might be wondering why there's no sound coming out, because the amp is not on. So I'm going to turn it on. So let's just put our panel in order of importance so we can see what's happening. Let's just get a basic signal going first, and then we will tweak. So let's turn up our modulation depth on our amp. We're getting some sort of pitch coming through. But we're going to turn on we're going to connect our LFO to our oscillator. A lot going on. I'm going to connect my internal clock and turn it on. And let's just make sure we're getting some sound before we move any further. So our clock is going. Oh. So we are getting sound. I'm just going to make sure that my clock is running. Oh, envelope control should actually be connected to the 8-step sequencer, not the pitch. There we go. So now we got sound coming out. So we have a little melody playing here, a generative melody, playing all by itself. I'm not hitting any keys. So now we're going to tune it to a key. So I'm going to add in our quantizer. Just make sure things keep moving. Make sure levels are pretty healthy. Consider a little attack. Maybe a little sustain. Tweak the decay. This is the slope, by the way. Whether it's linear or exponential, it acts in a different way for each one. choose our notes. So the ones that are blacked out are notes that we're not choosing, and the ones that are on are notes that are playing. So we want F sharp, we want C. Let's just pick let's do an F minor scale. So we got F in the F minor scale. We got G. We got A flat. There's only 3 flats in an F minor scale. That'd be A flat, B flat, and E flat. And the sharp or the accidental to that is D sharp for the first one. So we'll keep D sharp. We won't keep C sharp. And then we'll keep F, G. So we'll go through the key F, G, A flat, which is G sharp. Am I missing one? Yeah, B flat, which is A sharp. Then we got C, keep C. Then we got D flat, which is C sharp. Then we got E flat, which is D sharp. So I think we got all the notes we need, except for A flat. We don't need A, I mean. F, G. We don't need G. F, G, A. Yep. A flat, which is G sharp. B flat, which is A sharp. C. Yep. D flat, which is C sharp. And E flat, which is D sharp. So we have all the notes in the key. Add a little LFO movement. Maybe reduce the steps. And then finally finish it off with a little bit of effects, and we can call it a day. So in this session, we pretty much learned how to use a 8-step sequencer, clock, quantizer, adding LFO, using oscillator, using an amp and an envelope to control our sound and make an automatic generative music machine. So hopefully you enjoyed that session, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe for future episodes streamed nightly. And you can hear the melody evolving over time with this one, and we can add a little bit of effect to this by adding in effects. So I'm going to add maybe some reverb, just a final little thing here. Just some reverb. Okay. Just make sure it's still running. And then we'll put reverb in the signal chain. And there you have it. So be sure to like and subscribe if you want to hear future episodes. You want to see future episodes, and let me know in the chat what you want to see next. This is great for generating unique ideas you wouldn't normally be able to play by hand. So that's the usefulness of this patch. And we've created a generative music machine in just a few minutes. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more live sound design sessions. And next time we should add drums maybe, or crazy effects to this patch. Let me know in the chat, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Peace out.